I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to talk about house flies and maggots in the socio-political space. House flies are insects. They have they lay eggs. They turn to larvae. The larvae are maggots. From maggots, they metamorphose through a stage and become house flies. House flies, according to what I read, has five different eyes. They have two pairs of eyes, but five different eyes. And they dwell in areas of filth, decay, and fecal materials. That is, the house flies don't have shame. You can have a wound. You are sitting down there. A housefly will want to perch on it. Houseflies don't have respect for any person. They don't have respect for themselves. They don't have value for anything. I'm using houseflies in quotes. A housefly can go to a dustbin, from a dustbin, want to perch on a dinner in a king's house, from perching on a dinner in a king's house, can perch on a corpse, from there to go and perch on excrement. I've been watching the Nigerian political space. A lot of people I respected are decamping from one place to the other, where they criticized before, people they criticize, who they called names, they will decamp because they want to feed. They don't have any philosophical basis of relationships. The average Nigerian politician is a housefly and a maggot. When flies eat, they defecate. When they defecate, they lay eggs. When they lay eggs, the eggs will hatch and turn to a maggot and start burrowing, digging deep into the system, Some of you know some of the maggots in this country. They are digging deep into the system. They don't have respect for relationships. I had a patient in a teaching hospital. He was old. And I don't know how flies laid eggs inside his anus, and maggots were coming out of it while the man was alive. Remember a king that maggots eat. When you don't have a political philosophy, there's nothing you believe in and you fall for everything, you are a maggot. You are a housefly. And when you can brazenly start praising somebody you abused and you maligned before, you said everything about, you are a housefly and a maggot sociologically. You don't have shame. There are very few people I respect in this country. Very, very few people I respect. Very few people. You can't intimidate me in this country because most of you are masquerades, as I said. You cover your face, but you are houseflies. You are maggots. And you can be very noisy. Houseflies. They have two sets of wings. There's one smaller wing for balancing. They can balance anywhere. Houseflies. There are many move in a group. Nearly all the Labour Party legislators have decamped to where they can eat rot. Some PDP members are decamping from their rot. They are decamping. This country is rotting. We know it is rotting. And people are feasting on the rot. It's very irritating. There are religious houseflies and maggots. When I started ministry, all this, take it there, do this, do that, miracle this, miracle that. I was raising money, raising seed. It got to a point I found out that we're feeding on filth, feeding on the people. We're maggots, borrowing into the pockets of the people, using the name of the Lord. I can raise money for Scripture Union. I can raise money for the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship. I can raise money for a project in the Anglican Church. I can raise money for a project in the Catholic Church. I can raise money for Government College Ughelli Old Boys Association to build a hall for the benefit of the school. But when it is to corner it into your personal pocket, I got to a stage I told them I was not doing. If you are going to be inviting me and you want me to raise money, I will not come. And there was a church that canceled the program I had with them. Thank God they don't invite me, but I'm doing very well. I'm doing more than their whole congregation joined together, if not their whole district or whatever. When you are selling drugs to children, you are a maggot. You are eating into the brains of the children. You are eating into their mental space. You are eating into the social fabric of the society. When you run a hotel where people come to do pool party, people's daughters will wear masks and copulate in public. They will swim naked. Would you allow your daughter to go there? Will you allow your son to copulate in public? You are a housefly. You are a maggot. No shame, no sense. When you traffic people's children, you are a demon. When you run a brothel where harlots stay, there's one big one somewhere. Harlots stay and they go out and prostitute and come back. You are a housefly, you are a maggot, no matter your chieftaincy titles, no matter how much you are a housefly and you are a maggot. When we started school, they told us if we don't cheat in exams, if we don't allow people to cheat in exams, the school will not grow. Boss you and your cheating in exams. There was a term, one of my typists in the pool leaked exams to the students, the question papers. We canceled the whole examination. You know how much we spent before then? We canceled the whole exams they had done, and they did the exams again. I don't want to be a housefly. I don't want to be a maggot. You cheat. You allow children to cheat in exams. You sleep with them to give them marks. You are a housefly. You are a maggot. You are a policeman. Recently, a large sum of money was recovered from some police officers. Sometimes it is money that they extorted from criminals. You are a police housefly and a police maggot. Thank God, the leadership of the police force arrested them and detained them. You can list more maggots in the system. INEC, you allow falsification of results. Professor was jailed for falsifying results. You allow falsification of results. They bribe you. You are a housefly, a professor housefly, and professor maggot. Stupid professor. Housefly, maggot. Rotten professor. You are a magistrate, you are a judge, you are a tribunal chairman, or whatever. They give you money and you pervert electoral results and verdicts. You are a maggot. You are a housefly. If you are guilty of what Dele Farotimi said in his book, allegedly, if you are guilty, you are a housefly and you are a maggot. People should have values, sense of decency. Somebody can't feed from trash. and you enjoy it. You carry yourself like you want to intimidate me. God say, God, take time. You are a maggot. You are a housefly. Houseflies jump from place to place, from plate to kitchen, from kitchen to toilet, from toilet to this. Somebody was saying on television. He said he called somebody. Says he's a veteran decampee from one place party to the other, just looking for what to eat. Eat. Old men, old houseflies, old maggots. You are irritating, very, very irritating, nauseating, sickening. Oh, I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a webinar coming up on the 14th and 15th of March. Wisdom to legitimately make more money. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. If you're a ritualist, ritual killer, you're a Yahoo boy, you're a maggot. Your mama when they boast with you now, housefly. Housefly. Bust you, get away from here, my friend.